What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to the Arsenal-Manchester City post-match reaction video. I'm absolutely disgusted by the refereeing performance because instead of talking about a brilliant game of football where Arsenal put in their best performance for years, at least in the first half, we have to talk instead about the referees and VAR referees, and it's the consistent inconsistency that ruins the Premier League and ruins Premier League games, and not just in favor of Manchester City, but against other teams. It's a very sad state of affairs when the Premier League has probably the best games and the worst referees in Europe, and I think I'm pretty sure that's accurate because Odegaard was kicked by Ederson in the foot. The referee gives nothing. But then, crucially, the VAR referee doesn't send the referee to the monitor. And yes, after that, Arsenal take the lead anyway through a brilliant goal by Saka. They played that perfectly and Saka is in the form of his life. He's really turning into a brilliant player this season, just like Martinelli. But it should have been 2-0 Arsenal. And that 2-0 Arsenal, if that's the scoreline at halftime, I just don't see Manchester City coming back into this game. But the referee again bottled it, ruined it. It's either they are corrupt or they are the most incompetent bunch of morons that we have ever seen refereeing games, football games. And the second half, Man City get the softest of penalty. Bernardo Silva dived, I'm 100% sure of that. But because Xhaka is holding his shirt and pulling his shirt, the referee crucially doesn't give anything. So either both incidents are no penalties or both incidents are penalties. I mean, the Odegaard is a foot kicked by Ederson and Bernardo Silva's shirt pull. Either both of them are penalties or neither of them are penalties. But the VAR, crucially, this time he sends the referee over to the monitor, and then after viewing, the referee gives the penalty and Mahrez scores it, and Man City didn't even have a shot on a target up until that point. They weren't even in the game. Yes, they created some openings, but they weren't really big chances, and yes, they had a lot of possession, but Arsenal were the better team up until that point. But in a mad 3 minutes after Man City scored a penalty, Arsenal go down the other end. Laporte, the defender, with the dumbest headers above his own goalkeeper, and it's going into the goal. But then Nathan Ake on the goal line clears it, and then Martinelli, who I think is having a brilliant season, he will regret that miss for the rest of the season, I think, because he misses an absolute sitter. It's an open goal. Nathan Ake is still behind the goal line, so if Martinelli hits the target, I don't think Ake is saving that or kicking it off the line again. So instead of 2-1 Arsenal, it remains on 1-1, and then because the operator of the TV cameras is still showing replays, we don't even get to see the incident in normal time when Gabriel takes out Rodri and he gets a straight red card instead of a yellow. By the way, Gabriel got a yellow card for an absolutely the dumbest thing that you can get a yellow card for. Roughing up the penalty spot before the Manchester City penalty. I can't believe that people are still doing that, and he gets a yellow, and then instead of a second yellow it's a straight red card, so it's a 3-game suspension. I don't think it was a straight red, it was probably a yellow, so he should have second yellows and the red card. So I don't have a complaint with the Gabriel sending off, just that it's a straight red instead of a second yellow. And in mad 3 minutes, the game is turned on its head. And after the referee gives 6 minutes of extra time, I don't know where that 6 minutes have come from. It was, you just felt like this is inevitable that Man City will score and win the game late on. And Rodri, duly obliged, and scores after a pinball in the box, in the Arsenal box. Arsenal failed to clear. And in typical Arsenal fashion, after being 1-0 up, and listen to this statistics, in 101 games in the Premier League, before Man City, when Man City were behind 1-0 down, at halftime, guess how many times they have won? Just once. This was only the second time in 101 games since 1995 that Man City have turned it around and won a game after being a goal down at halftime. And I think Arsenal can only blame themselves and of course the VAR referee as well, but Man City just get all the luck, all the VAR decisions, all the refereeing decisions, and also they get luck with injuries, with COVID, so everything is falling for Manchester City. That was Man City's 10th win in a row against Arsenal. Can you believe that? 10 wins in a row against Arsenal. That's embarrassing for Arsenal. And also that was Manchester City's 11th win in the Premier League in a row. If you win 11 games in a row, if you are Man City, you have pretty much one hand on the title. They are 12 points ahead of Liverpool. Yes, Liverpool have 2 games in hand, but we play Chelsea and then we play, I think, Brentford without Mane, without Salah, without Naby Keita. And now, before the Chelsea game, you know, Liverpool are depleted. We have 3 COVID cases, plus Jurgen Klopp has tested positive today for COVID, so he won't be at the Chelsea-Liverpool game. And Liverpool probably don't want to postpone that game. We won't be able to call up our Brazilian players if it's postponed, because at the end of January, Brazil have 2 crucial World Cup qualifiers, which Alisson, Firmino and Fabinho will be away for. And of course, Salah, Mane and Keita will not be back before the beginning of February. But I'm just so annoyed. Let me know, guys, what do you think about the refereeing decisions? Do you think Man City deserved the game? I think the most that Man City deserved is maybe a draw. But as I said, if Arsenal go 2-0 up in the first half, I don't think Man City are coming back. Because before that softest of penalties that Bernardo Silva got and Man City got, they weren't having chances. They weren't in the game really. Arsenal were creating chances. They were playing magnificent football. This is the best football that I've seen Arsenal play for years. And yet they lose because of Xhaka's stupidity. If Xhaka isn't pulling Bernardo Silva's shirt, I don't think that's a penalty. And if, of course, Gabriel doesn't get himself sent off, it could have been a more even game. Even with 10 men, Arsenal have had some very promising attacks in the second half, but they just couldn't convert. Saka had a chance where he goes through 3 Man City defenders are around him and his shot is blocked. And Arsenal gave their all and they actually put in a very decent, very good performance. But these are the individual mistakes that they need to cut out if they want to finish in the top 4. And it's a shame because even a 1-1 draw would have been a good result for Liverpool. But now we absolutely have to beat Chelsea tomorrow. There is no question about that. And I will be honest, I was absolutely fuming after the game. I'm calmed down a little bit after that. And let's hope that tomorrow brings a Liverpool victory. Otherwise, I think the title race is over, honestly. Because if Man City get all these lucks, all these genius decisions, and everything is falling their way, that's the luck of the champions. And I don't know how Liverpool can turn this around. The luck has to turn. We had no luck against Leicester City. Salah missed the penalty. First penalty miss for Salah in 4 years. Then he hits the bar from the rebound. Mane misses an absolute sitter, a chance that he usually scores. He's also in a goal drought, Mane. And Jota also had chances. So Liverpool just couldn't score against Leicester. Leicester had one chance, they scored from it, so Liverpool lose. And now Man City win another game in injury time. And also the decision in the Wolves-Man City game, that was also mentioned today because that was also a clear, and not a clear and obvious error by the referee, yet VAR overruled the referee basically and gave a penalty when the ball hit João Moutinho's armpit or like ribs instead of his hand, and VAR deems that a handball, and that's how Man City won that game with a very, 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 very soft penalty. And again, they get a soft penalty today as well. So don't tell me that the referees are not corrupt or incompetent or just a bunch of morons. And when Man City get all the decisions, on top of being pumped up by £1 billion worth of oil money, which is an insane level, no team can really compete with the combination of all these factors. But let me know what they think in the comments below, and Happy New Year, guys. I hope all your dreams and hopes come true for 2022. I wish you guys all the best. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Goodbye.